and gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just puts your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It is the Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier Hendrickson. Of course, I got my co-host. In fact, the studio is nice and vibey today.
Yeah.
I got that energy. We got that energy. Go for it, bro.
What's happening? What's happening? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world. It's Jay Paris. I'm accompanied by, like you mentioned, bro. We got
Don't you wanna introduce our guest for the morning, bro?
Of course, broski. Of course. So to my right, your left, we got Joe. You can introduce yourself, bro.
Hi everyone. My name's Joe. Joe Smith, and I'm here to have a good conversation with these guys. Peace.
Nah, man, start your intro that you always start, man.
Oh, yeah, what's up, everybody? My name is Joe, and I'm here to kick it. And I'm here to kick it.
Shoot.
Let's get it. And then, of course, we got J-Star, but, you know, you got an AKA now, or the AKA is actually the same name, but you can introduce yourself, make it happen.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Joshua, AKA J-Star, now known as Pastor Abdul. I'm in the house, man. Let's chat.
Let's go.
We the best.
Yeah, facts. And then, of course, we got the one and only Sean Davis. What's happening, bro?
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's Pastor Abdul. I'm Prophet Bay. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna do it.
Alright, so today we got an interesting conversation. We're speaking about, can money buy happiness? Because money can buy a bunch of things. Money can buy experience. Money can buy what? Are we good? What's wrong?
You need your phone for a second shot. Other shot.
Oh, want that? Grab it, bro. So money can buy experience. Money can buy nice things. Money can do a lot. But the question is, can it buy happiness? Jay, what do you think, bro?
Hey, man, I think from the onset, it's a very broad question. No matter how much research you do, no matter who you speak to and so forth, it depends where you find yourself. Because, you know, there's the saying that there's poor people that's happy, and there's rich people that's miserable. But the truth is there's also poor people that's miserable and rich people that's happy based on funds. Yeah. So it basically depends on where you at. I mean, to a certain degree, it could buy happiness, but is happiness and pleasure the same thing?
Is happiness and joy the same thing? But wait,
I don't think happiness and joy is the same thing. But yeah,
James,
to
listen,
a certain extent.
I want this convo to be like one of those that just flow. So if you wanna hop in, just hop in.
Just to on that happiness and joy thing, you can't buy joy. You just can never buy joy. You've got joy. You either got joy in your soul or you don't have it. But happiness is based on what happens. Yeah. You see, something happens and you're happy. But if you got joy, you got in your soul. You can be poor, rich. You know, you have happiness or you have joy. You know what I mean? So if you have joy, it doesn't matter. But happiness, it depends on what you do or what happens to you. Like if you have money, you can make things happy that makes you happy in the moment. But when you go home, you can still be sad. You see, a lot of people are happy and they seem happy to everybody. Whether they have money or not, we don't know if they're happy or sad because they're always showing us they're happy. That's why the core of whether money buys happiness comes to what do you do when you have money? Do you do things that make you happy? Because using money to do drugs, yes, you're happy when you're on drugs, but
is it the right thing?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So the answer will always be yes and no. And that's why we're here to discuss those different things yes and no's. Because like you said, there's rich people that's happy, rich people that's poor.
And let's make a scenario.
Let's
make a scenario. We got a homie. He has a family. His kids are going to good schools. He's covering his bills. He's got a nice car in the garage. He's living in a decent area. Boom. Gets laid off at his work. They come and repossess the car. They take the house. His family members are turning on him. He has to pull his kids from those schools. All of a sudden, the kids are now going to like schools where it's like make or break kind of situation. Yeah. It's like, okay, I can't afford, so I'm now hustling my kids through through different schools. So they had this lifestyle that they now can no longer afford. What's going on in that homie's head, bro? Joe, what would you say?
Yeah, I think he comes from most probably from a place like most of us do, where
The bottom.
it's a capitalist society. The bottom. It's a capitalist society. So when I say capitalist society, it's a society that sees success and well-being and being happy as having things and money. So I think in a person like an example like that, I think if that person defined themselves as okay, I get a Mercedes Benz, we happy, you know. If you define your happiness with materialistic, capitalistic things, then I think when an incident like that happens, your whole world will come crashing down. Yeah, because you saw yourself through that lens of money and material. Yes, of materialistic. So now I think if that person, so it comes down to that person's mentality. If that person has a mentality of me and my family still healthy, we still together, we commune together, we bloom together, you know, there's family time, because I know lots of poor people, but Sunday it's going down there by granny's house, everyone's happy and the family's good, you know, even though there's poverty right there. So I think it's where we see our value and where we put our treasure. Is that right? Yeah, it's where we put our treasure. Yeah, and that would define like is money
Can it buy
you happiness? Yeah, I think it first depends on the person, and then when the money comes, then that would define, the person would define, is that money gonna bring happiness to me or gloom, you know? Yeah.
Go for it, Sean.
Some snaps for the Joe. Yeah.
Eyes are seeing the land.
What the lights of the land. Me personally, I think yes, it can, bro. You know, because I know there's joy, there's there's joy, there's all these things. You know what I mean? I don't smoke bass, you know, but bass makes a bass head happy. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a musician. I love sneakers, so when I go and take off the racks, you know, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of self-love, you know what I mean? So for other guys, you know, okay, I'm not gonna go too far, but you know, money can buy, you know, happiness, you know.
Yeah.
So I agree with Sean as well.
Yeah.
I think money can buy happiness. And not because you
temporal.
Like you can buy
Yeah.
happiness.
So I think money can buy you temporal happiness and actually long-term happiness as well, because for some people, especially for me, I would for my family to be happy and for me to be happy is if I know that my son is gonna have a house one day.
And a white
my
wife.
son is no.
I'm playing, we play this.
A house one day and a car and just the ability to provide for their family, for the family and himself. Yeah. So money does buy happiness. So me knowing that there's money in my bank account that's gonna hold him down is making me very happy.
Yeah. So but on I think that you were saying there's people that associate their happiness with
Material
shit,
goods.
yeah, materialistic.
Yeah.
You know, and I know Josh was talking just sidebar about the joy thing. So if we understand, like, happiness is a temporary state, right?
Yeah, it's based on
Because
happenings, happy.
You know what, I'm happy, you know, right now, you know, so hippie. So just now, when I just drive out in a truck, nix the car, you know, then I'm not happy anymore.
But if you got $1 million in the account, bro, you're not even worried about the fact that the truck need the car.
No, bro, I started from the
No, you see. Okay, wait. Let me say something quickly. I hope this doesn't step on toes.
Nah,
But
go
just
for it,
based on
go
what
for
happened just now here. You see, Zakes is from a different world. Zakes don't come from where we come from. I don't care if someone nicks my car. I worked hard for that. Zakes might not have the same appreciation for money or for his things the way I have because he's got money. But if I've got $1 million in my account and I'm driving my bakkie, someone nicks my bakkie, I'm still going to get the same mad as if I didn't have $1 million in the account. Because it's not
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
no,
But Zake,
really, bro.
no,
No,
but
really,
listen to what I'm
Like
saying.
someone
That's-
threw a
That's
chair.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
upset.
I know,
In the
bro.
back of your
Listen,
mind,
let
like,
me-
throw a
bro,
chair.
listen,
I'm
let me-
mad.
Let me make my point.
It's like you have a, it's
But
like you
let
have
me
a
make
phone,
my
bro,
point. Let me make
and
my
it drops
point.
in.
Yeah, let me make my point.
Oh,
The
let's-
point.
okay, let's hear the
Listen,
point.
listen to the point I'm making.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, we are from different worlds. We're talking about money here.
Yeah,
We're talking
yeah, go
about.
for it.
He's probably had more money his whole childhood than what I'm trying to get in my adulthood. Okay. You know, because when I was a kid, I wasn't on a quad bike or whatever. He was riding quad bikes and stuff. So, wealth,
Hypothetically.
wait, listen, listen. Wealth and money and being exposed to that type of things happened for him much earlier. His mindset is conditioned for, I can have it, I have it, I can afford it, I can.
but,
for us, it's like, yo, this is my only pair. You're not gonna scratch my glass. Even if I do have other pairs, please don't scratch this pair.
So do you think
But
you're
that's
conditioned?
So what I'm saying is,
that's stewardship.
yeah.
Just looking after yourself,
yes.
right?
So to look at that's why I don't like it if someone comes and scratches my car. It doesn't matter if I have a lot of money. I know what it's like to not have.
Yeah.
I've worked for what I have, and I want to protect this because you're not wasteful if you grew up with nothing. Yes, Sean. You won't be wasteful, right? If you know what it's like to not have. When you
listen,
what-
Josh,
listen,
okay, whoa,
listen,
wait,
but sometimes you are wasteful.
on what you're saying, you know the new money phase where there's a phase
Yeah.
where we burn through money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's when you
we
don't
can't say
appreciate for it. You don't
it's not that
appreciate
you're not appreciating, bruh.
But you have so much that
Ek kan
you
nooit
can-
al kry gekom het die first time. Nou gaan ek hom gaan koop.
Yeah.
So it's not to say necessarily the gap in different worlds because I think this money is very
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
in touch with what's going on. You know, you
Definitely.
never lived like separate.
Yeah.
Though I won't say poor, bro, because we still had more than.
Yeah, not poor. No.
You
I won't
want
say-
like on the
I
street
won't say
Yeah.
poor,
begging
yeah.
for like
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
slides.
but
I'm not saying poor.
For me
I'm
personally,
talking
I was
about-
exposed, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Through books, through fam, through friends. You know, there was a lot of exposure that came.
Yeah.
You know, so
I want to ask a question to Josh now, né? Because this is part of when I called him to say, "Bra, come jump on this convo," because I want to find out from you. You come from a background where there was a time where things were okay, and then there was a time where things weren't okay.
Yeah.
But then there was a time where you started traveling more than the average person in your street. So you living next to the O that stays in a back room that only the best he knows is Southgate, bro. That's the furthest
Done,
you went.
bruh.
And now you come here with your drum bags on your back. You just came from Italy, bro. You were traveling with some artist here. You were traveling with a celebrity. You were walking in the airport. People are taking photos. Yo, there's people that we saw. When you'll come on stage, crowds are going crazy. The contrast between those two worlds, bro. What was your first experience of coming back and realizing when you have a conversation with a kid on the street that only knows the back room and Southgate, and you come from a place where your bride just got off a plane now from Italy, or from London, or from, I just saw 20,000 people in front of me.
Very specific.
Nah, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Nah,
Take us through that journey.
I mean, coming back from being exposed to that, my thing was, and Joe knows, they know, those were the Be Supreme years. When I come back, I want to enlighten. I'm like, yo, the world is waiting for us out there. Yeah. What we're doing here is not what's going on in life. When you move, your mind opens up. Please find a way to travel. Please get out
It's
and
like
see.
reading 18 books.
Yeah.
If you just travel for 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days is like
but if
equivalent of reading.
if there's no money for
Exposes
travel,
you.
read
Yeah.
a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So because that's how. Yeah, when you empower yourself, when you read a book, you can literally, like The Alchemist. When you read The Alchemist, you literally go to every
imagine
place.
yourself there.
Yeah, you imagine yourself there. So when I came back, I could come back and say, yo, it actually does look like that. You have to go and see the pyramids. You have to go and see that God wants you to also come back and tell your family about this. I can't be the only Zacchaeus that has walked Egypt or that has done this. No, I come back and I'm like, yo, if I could do it, God could do it for me. Yeah. He can do it for you. So when I speak to the homie that's there in his back room, has never been to the airport, maybe only seen Carlton Center, I'm telling him, bro, the things that you see here, these bags on my back, it's God. Remember, I always represent God because the endorsements come from God. So the talent comes from God. The endorsements come from God. I didn't pay to travel. So every time I come back with a report of, yes, God can do it for you too.
So
Yes, I didn't have the money to fund myself going, because remember, money is our topic. Yeah. So I didn't have the money to do that, but I
your
chased my
gift
dream.
opened
Yes,
doors for you.
I chased my dream. I trusted God with what I had, and it opened up. So yes, some people have money. They pay to go there. But based on what I did and my spiritual walk with God, He opened up doors. So when I come back, I speak God because that's how How I can. That's
But
the
that
only thing I can
scripture
say.
that your gift will make room for you.
yes.
That happened in your life
Yes.
because you traveled based on what you put on the table,
100%.
which was your instrument.
yeah.
I don't know, Joe, you want-
But that's only if you see travel as a goal. Like
it
for
wasn't
some
a goal
people,
for me,
yeah. But it wasn't a goal.
No, traveling wasn't a goal for me. Doing what I love was a goal for me. Traveling came based on the fact that I was doing what I
part
love.
of the-
What you love,
I
yeah.
didn't ever say, I want to go play drums in Egypt. I want to go. No, I said I want to play drums. I want to be one of the best drummers ever. Being
But I mean,
that got
from
me into
the
situations
perspective
that,
of someone that's also in the back room, that also goes, that's also in the back room, that only seen Southgate and Carlton Center.
Well, got
To
beef
them
with
now.
Southgate.
Now, you know the beef,
that's
guys.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
got beef with Southgate.
There's no Southgate beef. It just sounds better than saying a dorp, Dave. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds way better.
Just went to shop right there.
wait, I want to hear your point. I want to hear
Nah,
your
but
point.
SG's
Yeah,
actually
go for
looking
it.
dope now, bro. SG's actually
Yeah,
looking
looking
dope.
nice.
Southgate.
Yeah.
I call it the Southerns now.
Ice.
The Southerns.
The Southern Gate.
The Southerns.
Shout out Southgate.
You were still making your point, bro.
Oh,
See, I was still waiting for your point.
yeah. So
So
my
you
point-
said coming from that perspective.
yeah. So coming from someone else's perspective that doesn't have, that only sees Southgate and the back room now. So now to them, you're traveling and you making money, doing what you love. Ah man, I forgot my point. I forgot my point.
But it will come back.
Okay, so basically,
come
yeah.
See what happens
We're
when
talking
you
about the
beef?
back room. Yeah, that's why I didn't want
Because
you
you
to go
cut
too
the
far.
homie off to say you
Yeah,
beefing about
to
Southgate.
Jay Paris.
My bad, my
Blame
bad.
you, bro.
Okay, but
Like
we
you
got
see-
beef since
what-
last week.
But what
bro.
were you gonna say, Sean?
I was gonna quote a Tupac thing, you know.
Last week
I'm
was
playing. No, okay. So we understand that true happiness transcends the insecurities of humanity, right? So that's what we're gonna, you know, because we know Zach buys, you know. I can't go to Orta
Yeah,
and
buys
say in the name of
security.
Jesus first class. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Like that. You know what I mean? I need money.
You have the faith.
Hey man,
That's a whole other conversation.
So there's things that keeps us human, right? It's three things, you know. It's what scares us, you know. Do we have fear and do we have attachments, right? And then also like the whole idea, I think of happiness is just enshrined ideas in pursuit of common well-being, you know. So meaning, what might make me happy is not necessarily gonna make Josh happy, you know. When I have that money.
So it's
You know.
objective.
Yeah.
So here's my question now. Né? So I'm back to this light now, sitting in his room. Josh come now there. He pulled up with a C-class. The roof is open. He come out there, taking his bags out of the car. The light comes, standing by his gate now. And he's like, yo, Josh, where you come from? Hey, bro, I just came down from New York. Shows him pictures on his phone there, standing by the Statue of Liberty, everything. You can do one or two things. Either you make this kid better about his life or his situation where he finds himself. Or you can open up his whole entire, like, oh, I also want to go there.
you
I
also
wanna-"
can go there,
And now
not
he comes
wanna.
and he sits there in the boom room and he wants to hear, bro, what happened? How does it look? Is it really like on the movies? And what you want to do is obviously create a world for this kid because you want to inspire him and say, yo, bro, it's like on the movies. It's like when we came, the plane landed. You try to paint a picture for this kid, right? And so I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it wasn't necessarily the money that did it. However, it was your gift that opened the door, but you needed money to be able to fund.
needed
Petrol.
funds, bro.
Money,
Give it gas.
So money is the commodity we need to operate on, right?
but also just to put another spanner in the wheel, money provides opportunity for slavery and freedom.
Yes and no.
That's why, yes and no. That's why I
Yes
wish
and
there
no.
was a woman here. Because a lot of women
Yo,
are
Lee.
in, no, the reason why I'm asking this, and I want to throw it open on the table, because I spoke to you about this before when you called me about this. I said we need a woman in here. I don't want it to seem one-sided. How many women are in bondage and in captivity because there's a man with money? They're not happy. But the money, we have got to speak about this.
Go for
this
it,
is
bro,
real
go
life.
for it.
But don't
This is-
blame the bag.
No, listen,
Yeah.
bro.
Don't
I don't
blame the
I don't want us to go
bag. It's that
off.
homie.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen.
blame the
No,
bag.
wait, please.
that's
I don't
your
want
guy,
you
yo,
to.
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
want you to
saying.
take this in the wrong direction. I want you to understand what I'm saying. We cannot blame the bag. You are an adult, bro. If you don't want to be somewhere, leave. Don't tell me the money is keeping you there. So
People
it's never
do
the
some
bag.
strange
It's
for
the
But the
piece of
money
change.
got
No, but
that
listen,
power, though.
it's the
Debatable,
people. Nah,
debatable.
debatable.
Right.
Nah, because listen, remember, as an adult, I can decide. Okay, Zakes, you want to give me 3,000 rand? I don't want 3,000 rand, right? I'm gonna leave because I want 5,000, right? So I have a world, but if I stay, I can't come tomorrow. Yeah, I'm so unhappy. Yeah, no, you gave me an opportunity. You said, "Oh, are you happy with 3K?" Yes. So there
So
are
now you
people.
stayed
So
based
I'm
on
not
the
saying
agreement.
some people are being paid, but what I'm saying is some people are staying in situations where there's affluence because they know. Okay, fine, I'm not happy, but if I must go back to that other life,
So I'd
let me
rather
rather
stay here.
stay.
I know he's cheating. I know
they
this.
yes.
I know he
So
hits me.
literally they sell their happiness. It's like they know I will never be happy in this situation. But I need money. Yo, I'm traveling or whatever. That's something that I can't speak for. We need a woman
So
to
the
speak about it.
happiness
But
has
that's
been
also what
bought.
money is.
So you're
So
buying
it's like
happiness.
another man buying happiness. They buy Bokstraat.
Yeah.
You know? That guy
this
going there,
Christian,
yeah,
man.
come on, guys, I'm old
Nah,
school.
this
You, bro,
Christian,
you
man.
don't know Bokstraat,
Nah, man.
right?
This Christian, man.
Right? So no, we're talking about this. This is life. If we can't speak about it like that, the world is open. You understand? So we're living in the same world where a guy goes and buys a prostitute and comes back and chills and tells the guys about it. That's the life we live in. We
It's
can't act
happiness.
as if we Christians, our ears are closed to this type of topics.
Never
No.
drank, man.
You
I
understand?
never smoked.
So, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that-
finish your, yeah.
So that's the point that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
You know, there's women in the situation. Money is keeping a whole lot of women in captivity based on the fact that they want to be happy and they want to be secure.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily happy.
Happy.
Do you understand? So that's also another flip to this topic because I don't want us to make
But
it
isn't
about
that
us men
conditioning,
only.
Josh? Isn't that conditioning, bro?
Yeah, that's conditioning.
But what
Because
about the
remember-
guy working a job that he doesn't really want to work, but
Yes,
he
but
needs,
he
that,
needs the
it's
money.
a similar concept.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of sides to this. I don't want us to always take it based on what we just threw open here.
Yeah, go for
This is a
different
flip
sides.
side of
But
this.
we're not
of
going to
this.
say slavery.
Yeah, not slavery, but
so
what I
I
mean
think
is
then from your point that you
Yeah.
just said there,
Bondage.
I think then there's levels
Same thing.
to happiness. Like happiness, like this, it's not only black and white. Like
Yeah.
happy, you're
sad.
happy or you're sad. Yeah. I think there's levels to happiness. It's like I'm happy right now, but money would make me happier in my current situation. I'm happy because I'm alive, I'm breathing, but I'm not happy because I'm alive and breathing, but I'm in a squatter camp, let's say. Just making an example. Maybe I want to live in Sandton, and I feel like the squatter camp is not where I need to be. But I'm happy that I'm alive, but I'm not happy because I'm in that situation. So I think there's levels to happiness,
Sure.
and some people, not condition, not compromise. Is it compromise? No. Some people are okay with this level of happiness.
Content.
They're content. That's the words I'm looking for. So some people will be like, I'm not living in Sandton, but I'm living in Aldo's and I have,
I'm alright.
a mini.
That's
Cooper,
alright,
you know.
yeah.
So I'm alright for me, even though I'm not the happiest I can be, but I'm alright. You content. So I think it's a balance. We need to define like happiness and contentness, because I think that what you describing also is a level of contentness and there's a level of happiness. Let's make your same example. Let's use the same example. The girl that's in a relationship, she doesn't like that relationship, but okay, let's not use the girl as the relationship. Let's use the girl in a job, right? She doesn't like that job. She doesn't like working in a call center, but her levels of happiness, she's like, I'll take this happiness.
I can buy clothes.
I can buy clothes. I can make
petrol.
myself a little bit happy, but
Can go to Deja Vu,
See,
on a Friday.
So you see the contentness you spoke about. You touched a bit on joy as well.
Yeah.
There. Because when you wake up and you're grateful for life, grateful to be alive, that's where joy comes from. That is a consistent
Technically.
gratitude to God. Yes. That is saying, listen, I'm grateful to be alive. That's where joy stems from.
yeah.
Being grateful standard.
That's
You wake up and you give thanks for. So when money comes, you become happy because, now I can do more. But standard, I'm happy, I'm grateful. So contentness mixed with some joy, because that's where joy literally
How much
comes
of your issues at the moment could be solved if you had money, like
By the bag.
$1 million in a
98%.
Bro, yeah.
That's the
98%.
question.
A lot of things.
105%.
A
So
lot of
money is a thing, bro.
Yeah.
And
course,
China
man.
have this conversation all the
course,
time. Money
man.
is a
bro.
thing.
Money
Yeah.
is
It's a
thing.
big thing. It's not the small thing, bro. It's a big thing of our everyday life.
But that's why when the dollar goes here, the crowd goes there, because people want money. So that's why it's the person who has the money has the control.
That's
You
true.
understand?
That's true.
Money is power.
Yeah, money is power. So we all need money. It's how we use money,
Cash is
what
king.
we use money
What
for.
about
Gates.
Jesus?
You understand? Because you can use the same money. You can use the same money. You win the lotto now. You can use the same money that just made you happy to destroy you.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
Facts.
understand? So that's the thing.
Have
Money
you-
is
have you-
very destructive.
Have you,
It's
gents,
a
have
responsibility.
you ever watched that those gents that win the lotto? That stories about what?
Blew it.
And then a yard,
I blew it.
I blew it.
Yeah. And then like they win like let's say 10 million, bro. And then less than a year, they lost everything. In fact, they worse off.
But us man also won 30 million. Tell him a story. How you lost it, man.
Oh my bro, you see
Yeah,
that?
Does not
Talk
compute.
that talk, bro.
computer says no.
So here's the thing. That's how wins. But so financial literacy is also a thing, and I feel like we grew up. Conditioning is an issue, bro, because you grow up in an environment where you know that hey, look, there's 4 kids, there's 1 box of cereal, which means, gents, there's no seconds. The milk you can only start. So now you're there eating dry Weet-Bix because you must now think to yourself, you must throw hot water in and a little bit Weet-Bix, and we you must put cremora and hot water. You must start him, bro.
Actually,
And later on,
Millie
it
Meal,
actually tastes lekker. Millie Meal.
Millimil.
Nah, bro. So here's the thing.
What? You just have millimil and water, bro.
Nah,
Millie
I'm
Meal was
saying,
no
we
milk.
come from a time where we couldn't even afford the
Weet-Bix,
Kellogg's and
yeah.
so forth on, bro.
Oh, Dunpap.
Dunpap,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Then, pap, you
Millie
couldn't even
Meal.
put butter and sugar in
Yeah,
it. Then, pap,
just
you must
ish.
just let him so.
I have a feeling you made it like a sports drink, bro. Just like
You put it in that sports bottle, that gym
just
bottle.
not a puff.
Feeling hungry right
So
now.
now, so here's what happens based on what Josh said earlier with the car scratching and whatever. So now you come up in that environment where it's like you get conditioned to say that, bro, I have to make every penny stretch. So that could go 2 ways. Either it can go to a place where it helps you build your empire, and you're obviously now going to be sparsamach about how you work your way around things because you know that, bro, at any moment I can lose this. Or you're gonna go to a place where it's like, I know I'm becoming a good steward of my things because I know what it's like to not have, but at the same time I want to help those who also don't have, because you can also become greedy in that regard. So I was watching this video about a guy that was explaining the difference between 0 to a million to 10 million, 10 million to 100 million, and 100 million to a billion. And he was basically breaking down the different elements of those lifestyles. He says a 0 to a million, you're still not rich. That means you can just live where you want to live, just buy what you want to buy, and just own what you want to own. But then the issue comes in when you go from a million to 10 million, you can live a little bit better. You still have to worry about your businesses and where the money is coming from and how you're going to make ends meet. But you're doing okay. You're doing better than the average guy. Then from 10 million to 100 million, he says, yeah, you're doing a lot better. You probably have a bunch of companies that's bringing multiple streams of income. You're employing a bunch of people, but you still have to worry about if something crashes, you're down. He says from 100 to a billion, those are the ones that don't worry anymore. But so he was busy explaining the different types of lifestyles, because now what happens to us as human beings, when we get to a higher place of experience, we want more. So now let's say you just had that 10 million. Now you could buy a house by the Val and you could have a jet ski by the Val. You had a jet ski by the Val and you have maybe a small boat there. That boat was 100,000. And you up and down there by the Val, lekker. You have a side house there. You park your boat. Owens can come below. Now the next to you, he's on the 15 million level. Now that's buys a nicer boat.
2 jet
now
skis.
you're like, that's man
and
have
a
2
quad.
jet skis and a better boat. Now you want to up your game. And so now what begins to happen is, and that's what happens to the billionaires. That's how he has a private jet. He has a Gulfstream 5. Then the other one's like, nah, bro, I want a whole Airbus A360, and I'm gonna slot him with 3 rooms and golden toilets and things. Then the other was like, nah, I want 2 Airbuses and a Boeing, and I'm gonna start this and this and this. And so now they start up in the game. So like the yacht. So he has a nice yacht, and then now Abramovich comes and says, nah, I want a yacht that doesn't even fit in the bay. Like, it must go park there, and then the smaller boat must bring me in. So now the question becomes, when is enough enough? Because now as a human, you want better. You want a nicer car. You want a bigger yard. You want a bigger house.
Yeah.
Let's have a convo about when is enough
There's the
enough.
contentment bit, bro.
Yeah.
About knowing, like, me. you know, where I come from, bruh, I 10 bar, I'm nice, you know. So just because you have 10 bar doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna flare. Because sometimes you find people that just hide in plain sight. You know, the O still takes a taxi, the O still, you know.
He's got guaps.
But the O is nice, you know. So
Yeah, true though.
yeah, there's gang Owens, bro.
Actually,
Yeah, there's lots of
There's,
so
there's gang. I know a lot of people that's
There
like
are
that,
a
bro.
lot of people like me personally.
AKA tax evasion.
Well, I don't know about
Tax
that.
evasion.
I don't know. I don't know
Tax
about.
evasion. That's basically tax evasion. People love like they
Below the
they
bread
bring in
line.
this
No,
amount of
but-
money,
but
they
also-
love
no, no, no.
standard.
No,
just
but,
to,
No.
but my thing is,
So-
it
so
doesn't
let's-
mean you have to floss. If you don't floss, it's not as.
But it's
gonna
not
see
just
your
me.
money.
How you
But
can,
what I'm
bro?
saying is, if you don't love,
man.
if you don't love and show, it doesn't mean it's tax evasion. Some people just are not like that. They don't like to show. They don't want to buy a Ferrari. They don't want to buy. They have the money for Ferrari.
But
I
that
know
comes back
you-
to the conditioning
Yeah.
that we're speaking about.
Yeah,
Because
some people don't need that Ferrari to be happy. Because what you spoke about now is the yacht or whatever. Those guys are, I almost call it something else, right? But these guys are comparing sizes here. Like, listen here, I'm got 100 million, you've got... Dude, we're not talking about you guys here. When we talk about money and happiness, nigga, y'all don't even need anything to be happy. We're talking about the people that actually, where money can be the difference between am I happy or am I not happy. Those are the people. Because if we talk about those brackets, the 100 million,
the upper echelon.
Listen, whether those
To them,
people are
money is
happy
a
or
toy,
not, they're
it's a
still
tool.
crying in a Bugatti.
Yeah.
You understand? So he's still good. We got to speak about stuff that relates to us because this conversation must literally educate and make people understand certain things about where you come from, your perspective on this topic. So literally, when we talk about this, we're speaking about the range that we are in, that we fall in as people. Because
Middle
up
class?
there, yeah, you know what I
Middle
mean?
class.
Middle class, how do we deal with the money issue?
Yeah.
How does it affect our psychological stability? You know, like our mental state? Because some people get money, they forget their friends.
Okay, can I ask you this question? You say let's bring it home.
Yeah.
If you had more money, would you move out of Eldos?
The only reason why I would move out of
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I would.
Short answer is yes.
No, listen, the thing is, I don't know
Now
where
we're
I would want to
talking,
stay.
Mos.
Yeah, I don't know where I would want to stay.
But
in
money
Yalo.
would make you make a decision real quick about
Real
that.
fast.
The thing is,
Real
I didn't
fast.
even have that money that he just mentioned, and I did move out of Yaldos to rent somewhere. There's places that rent in Yaldos, but I didn't rent in Yaldos. So that's my thing. When I started making money, I became a victim of the hood. Because now you have and they don't
Talk
have.
that. Talk
Hey,
that.
so we're talking of
let
black tax now.
let me explain
Black
to you.
tax.
Let me explain to you why I started my answer with, yes, I would move out of the hood. It's not nice to come home and then the Owens that you see, you still help them, they want the money, you give them 5, you give them 10, whatever. But those same guys see you come home with your 1 series and then when you go in the yard, they steal your caps off, whatever. I don't want to be a victim of my own hood, of my own community all the time.
A victim of your success.
Yeah, a victim of my success because remember, I want my daughter to come live with me. I want to have a wife. I want to get married. I need security. And if I already on my own feel threatened in my own community or feel like these guys, they take
They
advantage
envy,
because
yeah.
it's me, I don't want to put my family in that situation and go travel.
How
You
many
understand?
wives?
So I want security. That's the reason why I would move out of Elders. Not because I hate Elders or people who've moved out don't like Elders or money changed them. No. These people are thinking like adults.
But that's
about
what
my
they're gonna
family?
say. They're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, we know beter."
Ja, het is fijn dat hulle daai sê because as ek my nie beter en ek bly dan steel jy dan my goede. So wat wil ek maak? So nou moet ek hier bly, dat jy lekker steel en ek moet nou net bly as because as ek loop dan gaan jy sê, ja, jy loop. Yeah.
What? Joe, you moved out of Eldos. What is your reasoning behind it, bro?
Yes.
No, like no way to Eldos. Let's not use Eldos. Let's just use you moved out.
Just
of
say the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You moved
Use
out of the
Eldos.
hood.
Trenches.
Use it.
The gutter.
I don't
Moved
know
out
on
the gu-
people, but
moved
I mean,
out the
just-
gutter.
You moved out. You moved
gutter.
out of the hood.
Trenches.
What's the reasoning behind it, bro? Because
moved
I
out
moved
the
out the hood
trenches.
also, and I wouldn't necessarily want to move back to the hood anytime soon.
But don't feel bad about that.
Anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm letting it process. So I think moving out the hood, I agree with you there. It's like just getting a new perspective.
You out the hood as well, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
But I still think you're still the hood, but it's another conversation. But anyway,
It's a different level of hood.
yeah, different level of hood. But anyway, yeah. So I feel me moving out the hood was a conscious decision because wanted new perspective, just having my son in a new environment, just being exposed to different things. But touching on your point there about a victim of your success, I think that moving out of the hood also, and this is why rich people stay in Aldos. If you know, but it's a whole nother, yeah. So I feel like if you move out of Aldos or the hood, right, you're still a victim of your success, because I feel like the tax is more, which accumulate to you taking to the Tekopper taking your caps, because you're still gonna pay for it. The tax is more, your rates is more. So moving out of the hood is not necessarily like a better financial choice, but it's a better peace of mind. Yeah, it's a more of a peace of mind choice. But financially, because we're speaking about money, I don't think it's necessarily the better, the best move. Option. Because there is millionaires that's still in El Dorado Park. You just need to stand at the robots 5 o'clock in the morning, and you can see what cars drive past, and you can estimate like, whoa, if the bank gave that person that car, that means that person
the average
worth,
income is
the average.
There's a lot of people with money that we don't see because they drive, they go to work.
But let's not assume that people have money because they have access to credit.
No. Yeah, I understand that.
But access to credit is limited also based on your income.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't believe so, bro. Because credit, you know what credit does, bro. You know, I can be making R1 a day, but the fact that they're confident that I'm disciplined enough to pay that 20 cents back at the end of a month, they're gonna give me 50 cents credit.
But it will always be based on your bracket, like how much you make. You know,
But
they won't give you $1 million rent credit, bro.
Yeah,
and you're earning 5,000.
3,000. Yeah,
because that doesn't make logical sense.
You can be how diligent with your money. With that 5,000, the bank won't give you
that big amount.
That big amount.
So here's the thing that I want to ask Sean: why did you move out of the hood?
Me, because honestly, it's peace of mind, bro. You know, you don't want.
Were you happy in the hood, bro?
Hell yeah, heaven yeah. You know, I was happy in the hood, bro.
Standard of living wise, bro.
Bro,
based on where you at now.
The thing with the hood is, you know,
this is a very important question. Yeah.
So my standard
were you
of
happy
living,
when you were in the hood?
One, I was happy in the hood, right?
Yeah. So you were happy, yeah.
Yes. You know, I didn't move because I was scared, or, you know, I've been exposed, you know, to life, and we've seen things, you know, we've been, you know. So obviously, bro, for one, let's just use the burbs, for example, right? It's different, bro. You pick it up for one.
I'm not even gonna go far.
So that's service delivery.
Because, bro,
why do people want to do that?
I think just to sorry to break your word. I think it's the crux of the question. So I feel like,
and you gotta be real with where you happy in the don't
of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I say that's why I'm coming back to that point of levels of happiness. I think okay, let me not speak for you. I think I was happy in the hood. You are happy in the hood, but finance does count a lot in your happiness. Coming back now to the, you know, finance, yes. Finance does count a lot in your happiness, you know. I think for different people, it's different percentages, how much has finance and money creating your happiness. But I was happy in the hood, but I felt like I don't want to sound, okay, I'm going to say it straight out.
Bro,
but I felt like I deserved better.
More.
You know, I deserved more, you know, a better life.
So you've exasperated your stay, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I was unhappy in the hood. I was happy to a certain Engels. Yeah, Engels. Hey. Slungu. Hi, language yami. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, we were happy to a certain degree, you know, but there's levels of happiness. So my level quota of the hood already ran out. I was like, I'm happy, but now I need
something different,
something more. Something different. So I think.
But you want standard of living happy. That's what I'm trying to get at.
No, but everywhere there's a standard. There's a level of standard.
It was just home.
Coming back,
necessarily happy as home.
But that comes back.
Coming back to the question you
that
asked.
comes back to, because us moving out the hood is the same as the guy buying a different yacht because next door has a $10,000 yacht and he has a $100,000 yacht.
That's a good point.
And so it's like,
So
I need to up my game now.
All of it is in a pursuit of happiness.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing is also, some people compete, some people don't compete. If I don't look at my neighbor and think I want to do better than him, then I'm happy with what I'm doing. And
Bro, but whether
so the thing is, whether you are wearing the new Jordans or not, I'm not gonna now hustle to. Some people are like that.
Yeah.
Some, like you say, rich people are like that. Some of them look over the fence and see, oh, he's got a better car. I'm gonna buy a better one. Everyone don't live
Keeping
like
up with the Joneses.
Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, right? Everybody don't live like that. See, so I mean, We can't use that with us because I've never felt that I'm competing with Joe. I want to have a better love life, lifestyle, a home or whatever else, Joe. I want to see him do better. Yes, we might not both have the money we want, but I know he's going for happiness, I'm going for happiness. And what he said earlier, me just moving from Cape Town, being back home, I experienced being home as consistent happiness. Because I wake up, I'm secure, I'm at home, I'm safe. That's happy. Like I'm standard happy just because of where I am. You see. So I wanted to
your head is
I wanted to ask you guys. I
yeah.
wanted to throw a question on the table for you guys. It actually just came in my mind while you guys were speaking. How have you ever not had money? Did you ever were you ever broke? And how did you feel when you didn't have money?
I'll answer that
Yeah,
question.
no. I wanna hear properly because a lot of people don't understand. It's easy to fall into depression and feel down when you really don't have money. Do you understand? We're talking here about happiness and money and does money buy happiness, but we're not speaking about the mental effects that the lack of money has on us as men.
Yeah, I think
because remember, as a man, now you need to provide. You don't have money. Do you understand?
So it breaks your confidence down.
Yes, it breaks your confidence down because you're getting treated, you're getting mistreated, you're getting disrespected. People, you're like, so
Talk
now,
that stuff, bro.
So
Talk
that's why.
that
So
stuff.
that's why I'm
Let's
saying
go.
when
Yeah.
you do get money, you become secure, but do you become happy? Because remember, sometimes you're buying someone's happiness, but it's not your happiness.
Yeah.
If you have to provide to make someone happy so you can be happy, you're not focused on your happiness. For instance,
No, whoa,
if you listen,
say that again,
yeah, let me
say it
say,
again, say it
let me, I'm trying to explain. If you have a woman that wants you to have a certain thing for her to be happy, and your focus becomes that thing, but that's not the thing that will make you
Like
happy.
she wants a house, or she wants a new,
and that
microwave
becomes your
or whatever.
focus. But
Gucci
that's,
bag.
listen, I don't want us to get confused, right? If you having a car makes your woman happy, and for you right now, a car shouldn't be a priority, but you prioritize a car so your woman can be happy. Does it
But
mean
you
are
not happy.
Yeah. Does it mean that is happiness worth going for? Because remember right now, let's say you're trying to prioritize, I want to buy a house, I first want to. But
So
your
you're
girl
trying
is
to
like,
save up and whatever.
yeah, so now your girl is like, I don't have a car, I don't like to take taxi. Now you start prioritizing her happiness. You don't want to make your woman happy. When she's happy, you are happy. But look at hindsight.
Nah,
your
she gotta
focus,
see the vision,
your focus
bro.
is your
You gotta
focus
see the
is.
vision.
I want
Ah,
to set up.
see the
Yeah,
vision,
my
bro.
focus is I want to set up stability. But her focus is I want to go out every weekend. Why don't you take me out?
Nah,
So
that's-
now,
bro.
so listen. I'm speaking. I'm really speaking about. I'm speaking about real stuff, right? So now we're speaking about happiness here. So that's why I'm saying sometimes our happiness is in the balance. In the balance based on where we are and the situations we're in. You know,
I doubt
you
it,
want to
though.
make yourself happy.
it's relative to the situation,
I
bro.
exactly, but
Right?
it's
It's
also
not always
twofold.
the
It's
case.
twofold
Yes,
also.
yes, it's not always the case. But I'm opening these things up because we have to speak about these things. These are things that's part of our lives, bro. Do you understand? We have friends that are in depression because they don't have money. We have friends that are getting dumped because their girlfriends see, yo, this guy lost his job or whatever. You know, these are things that man now, his happiness is defined by, oh my God, I gotta get back on my feet.
Yeah, COVID
I gotta,
hit,
yeah,
everything
you know, this
switched off.
happened, that
I
happened.
can't- yeah.
So is your happiness really based on the fact that you wanna be fulfilled? Or is it, I need to catch up, do you understand? Because catching up and making sure that person sees you have this, does it really
does it define-
calculate and come out to, oh, I'm happy?
Okay, wait, let's answer
Because
the original
if
question.
I make everyone else happy,
Jay, you
does
wanted to answer
it mean does it at the end mean that I'm happy because I've done this, she's happy, I actually feel happy. Not she's happy, but yo, gaan ek nou maak. Because that is the case sometimes.
Hold on,
You make
yeah, I
someone
know what you
happy,
mean.
you make someone happy,
your
and then
own
suddenly,
detriment. Yeah, to your own detriment.
Richard Pryor.
Before you
Yeah,
go,
I
Jay,
think-
you wanted to answer the original question.
Yeah, I think.
Were you ever
Yeah,
broke?
Tee up
and
the
how did
question
you feel?
again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you ever broke and,
And
how did you feel?
I think that depends on where you at as a person. You get broke people without vision, and you get broke people with vision.
Yeah.
So temporarily, you can be broke without vision, and you're really gonna feel
You're
it.
gonna
bro.
be depressed,
You're
yeah.
going to be depressed. But broke with vision is a different thing. You can endure the brokenness for the joy
But
or
still
the
get
happiness.
depressed
set.
also.
Yeah, in that moment,
Yes.
in this.
Because you know, okay,
moment.
this is not gonna last.
But this isn't gonna last. So you endure the brokenness for the joy and the happiness that's said
Yeah,
before
because
you.
everyone
you got
doesn't look at
vision
it
and
like
so
that
forth
when
on.
they broke. You see?
So
So
come
that's
on,
why I'm
come-
glad your perspective means you can look at it twofold.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to hear what he says, and because
Come and
we
answer
all-
that question, bro. From a personal perspective, there was a time in my personal life where I hit a space where the phone calls are coming in, where the bank is threatening, where lawyers' letters are coming in, and you sit there and you think to yourself, bro, if I can just get like a 50 somewhere, just to squash everything, just to get everyone off my back, just to pay everything, just to be at least in a month in advance.
Happy.
I'll just be able to breathe. Because the truth is, those things do add to your mental health.
Yes,
Bro. Those things do add to your sanity, bro, and your well-being.
And to your
Those
happiness.
things add to your happiness. It adds to your stress levels. It adds to the fact that so if someone goes to the hospital, if a big company owner that just recently lost a big 10 million rand contract and now he can't pay his employees, he can't this and this and that. That always gonna lay in bed at night thinking, how the hell am I gonna sort this
It touches your
out?
psyche.
So
That's
you're
messes with your
thinking-
psyche.
People are looking at him saying he has a Benz in the driveway, he's living in whichever estate or whatever the case may be. That man just lost something that he was banking on to pay this deal and it fell through. So now he's thinking, I just employed 5 new people. I just signed the contract yesterday. It's a year contract. How am I going to pay these ones? So now he starts panicking, stressing about it. Everything he tries goes to shambles because now you're trying to balance things and your mindset is messed up because you're trying to make this thing work, but you can't because you're not in a good headspace. And now all of a sudden everything starts crumbling around you, bro. Because now you mental health is a thing. Now your mental health is going
So how
sideways.
did you feel like in
So
that
now
space?
I'm feeling like, how the heck do I get out of this? So the first thing that I did was I tried to gain perspective, like what Jay was saying. I tried to gain perspective of my situation. Okay, I do have 2 cars. This one just broke the other day when we were coming back from wherever, and all of a sudden the gearbox just decided it doesn't want to move anymore. This one here, the engine started making last night, and now I can't drive the car anymore. Now I have to hustle transport. Now I have to try and see how I'm going to make out of it. So people are looking at me, Isaac says 2 cars and he lives there. But what they don't know back at the ranch is like, both of these cars decided to break at the same time. Now the bank's calling because we got cut on our
struggles are
balance.
different type of-
But it's still a struggle. So I try to gain perspective. And luckily,
Different struggle, but it's still a struggle.
it's still a struggle.
Okay.
Now I try to gain perspective out of the situation. I try to embrace the people around me that can help me. And I purposely made a plan to get around people who are better than where I am. And I was vulnerable to them. I got people in my space that I knew was doing well in their businesses, that I knew was doing good where they are. And I was vulnerable. I said, hey, bro, I'm struggling. Those people are phoning here. This is what's going on here. This is what the stress is. If there's a way that you can assist me in any kind of way, and when I'm back on my feet, I'll try and see how I can do this better. And I was vulnerable, bro. And at that point, you just have to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
you have
that's
to
the
open up and say, hey, bro, I'm struggling.
Which is
It's
cool.
important to also.
So now there's this
People
image
can
you're trying to uphold, like that movie Keeping Up with the Joneses,
bro,
where the
screw
guy
the
ends up
image,
killing
bro.
himself in the end because he's trying to uphold this image that's not even real. Because the next door neighbors, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, the next door neighbors are being endorsed by Audi to drive a new Audi, to put the audience under pressure to buy an Audi. They're being endorsed by this to put them under pressure. Now the old buys all those things because he's trying to keep up with the neighbors and he ends up killing himself in the process. But the thing is, you have to get to a place and say, I'm not okay. And I am struggling. And I don't know what to do. And I need help. And you need to have people around you that you'll be able to be vulnerable with and say, Jens, circle is.
If you know your worth, bro, you don't have to worry about being vulnerable. Kanye was in debt. And he was like, I'm in debt, so what? I'm still yay.
But I think it's a different level because when you
That's
broke
how-
at the
that's how I never
millionaire's
go
level,
broke. You know what I'm saying?
you know, if
I'm
you're a
not going
millionaire and
broke
you declaring bankruptcy, it's different. Just
Broke,
it connects differently. You know, the ends connect differently.
So how would you say that?
When baby
Let's get to a
divides-
solution now.
No, but I mean, I still wanted to hear how
Okay, go for
guys
it.
felt, you know, with the question. How did you feel when you, how does it make you feel as a man knowing that, yes, money is going to make you happy, but how did you feel when you didn't have money?
I
You
just
know,
want,
because-
before we go, I just want to get Zake's answer there, though.
Bro,
He said vulnerable.
Funds though, bro.
It made me feel vulnerable.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
vulnerable.
It made me
Yeah,
feel
nah,
like
nah.
my family is looking at
But
me,
nah,
but I also don't know what
But I'm
to
saying
do.
when the bag did approach and appear, it brought a sense of.
But the bag didn't just appear. I had to hustle my way through it, bro. I had to
whether you
endure
hustle or whatever, the
I had
bag's
to
the
endure
bag.
the
When
phone
it-
calls. I had to
paper's
make
paper,
payment
bro.
plans.
Paper doesn't know what you went through and so forth. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
when-
there was no feeling. The money never came the
came
way it
very-
did.
it came gradually.
I had to
Oh,
make
so it's still
payment
like-
plans
it's still-
and pay off for 3 grand here and pay off for 2 grand there and still keep fend these ones off while I'm paying this one here.
So at this moment in time, it's still in the process.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was just. It was starting to come out of the hole. But it wasn't like someone just said,
quick fix
"Here's a
happiness,
50,000,
It's not like
sort your
boom.
problems out."
Yeah.
Nah, it didn't happen that way.
But there were
I
like
had to kind
pockets
of just
of
hustle my
Of
way
relief,
through.
yeah.
Of relief,
Of like, okay,
I could
I've
pay
paid
that
this,
off.
yeah.
So that's the thing, it's relief more than happiness.
Yeah.
Because you're not happy you can pay your stuff.
But you like, yo, at least I
Yeah.
pay those people. They're
You
not
can
gonna
start
phone me.
paying it off, yeah.
So you bought your happiness basically.
You bought your sanity. You
You
bought your
happiness,
sanity, bro.
basically. Van, ek het die skuld betaal, or you went to a massage, you paid, you bought your happiness.
Oh.
Pause.
Pause, bro. Joe. Okay, Joe, go, bro.
Pause.
Joe, go, bro. You wanted to say something.
Okay, so I wanted to say,
How did you feel?
yo, how did I feel being broken? I think it is demasculating because we come from a society that deems men as a provider, and that's what we need to strive for. You know, you need to be a provider, security for your family, create stability, and all of that. And you, speaking from a male's perspective, when you can't do those things, it really just digs into you as a man, you know. You feel like you're nothing, yeah. And I would actually, and as you were speaking, I was thinking,
From a male's perspective. I hope so, bro. I hope so.
so yeah.
Please do, bro.
Yeah,
About
so
to go deep.
Don't be switching up on us.
It was about to go deep.
My bad. I'm tripping.
I'm thinking, should I still go? Oh, let me go deep. So I feel like because of that standard in society that man needs to provide, and also a biblical standard, you know, need to provide, protect, and all of that. But I think because we live in a capitalist society that says if you can't do this, you less than you know, we look, or not less than, but we look down at the O on the corner that's been waiting for a job for 300 years, or not, or let's say for 8 years, you know, let's be realistic, for 8 years, and he's asking now money for his 2 rand for a guy, you know, and we look,
Because there's stress, bro.
yeah, you know, and we look down on such a brother, and we don't realize that society has made us now belittle this guy, you know. Society makes us do that, and so and not having money is so deep rooted in a man's psyche and his self-worth, where it's so destructive. Is that, let me go that deep, is that some fathers would actually even leave their children because deep down in their hearts they know that I can't provide for my child. My child is gonna look at and look at me. My father doesn't have, you know, he doesn't, he's a failure, he can't provide. So some fathers, because of that, or some men, because of that hard burden, and I'm not saying, I'm not condoning it, I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying because of us hard burden, you know, that money creates, it's that powerful to even detach a family, you know. It's that strong enough to take a father and a daughter, or a child, a father, daughter, father, son away from each other because of finance, and because of self-worth and the way you see yourself not having money. So coming back to me personally, I feel like not having money, especially when you're that broke, it is very hard. But you need to have that support structure, you know. When I say support structure, not only financially or economically, but I mean like a brotherhood,
friendship,
brotherhood, like something that you went through where you were down, but you found yourself in amongst of a community of people that
You can be vulnerable.
vulnerable and lift you up, or even inspire you. They don't need to even lift you up with their hand, but just you being around them can inspire you and be like, nah, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I need to get this money in. But me being personally broke, it's not a nice feeling. It's you know, it's demoralizing, belittling, you know, especially if you have a lens of a capitalist society. When I say that, I mean like a lens where you find your worth in having money, things, status, and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, the same guy my age in his 30s, you know, but he's living in the bushlands, you know, let's say like a bushman, a Khoi, you know, he's not having my problem, because he doesn't belong to a capitalist society that put pressures on you. Like, no, you have to have that Jordan, or you have to drive.
Age you must have
Yeah,
this, or you
at this age you must have a house,
He's running
a
around
car.
with a Feliki.
You see, at this age, you must have a house,
his only
a
problem is
car,
finding dinner for his family,
and a family. You know, and now he doesn't have that problem. He doesn't have society pressures of having that car and that house. He's happy, and he has nothing. You know, but he. Okay, nothing is debatable because nothing to us would be nothing, but to him he has joy, he has his life,
family,
he has his health, he has his family, he can go and hunt an animal if he wants to. I don't think they still hunt animals, but anyway, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, they do this. There's still some that does, but anyway, the point of
Okay, Sean, what was your feeling of being broke?
it's a terrible thing, bro. Because it's like in light with what Ujay was saying, like because you have a vision. And you know that, yeah, bro, I need Zaga
funds to get
get to my destination.
Yeah.
You know. So what happens is, whether you're Christian or not Christian, bro, you're a man, first of all. You know, and then obviously it messes with your psyche. Now you start hearing voices. You know the voices.
We need to pray for that, brother.
The noise,
No, it wasn't like, Joseph.
Oh, I thought we needed
It
some
was no
weird.
weird. But there's a lot of things that triggers, when you supposedly down and out, right? So, but fortunately, we know most life is like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're down, sometimes you're up, and then when that second turn comes, so me personally, I believe that it's part of our walk, right? Or let me say, my everything in my
journey.
life, has been purposefully set up in such a way, the ups, the downs, good, bad, ugly, right? So that you lose everything right now, and then the next time when it comes back around, the people that weren't supposed to be there is actually being sifted
out, yeah.
by the universe, right? The universe sifts people out of your life, right? And so
Debatable.
it does actually,
Debatable.
unless, but anyway, it's open.
Go on. Sorry to break your word.
Yeah, whatever's not needed.
Yeah, because I also don't want to just make it look so like we so far left wingers, like go, you know what I mean?
Spiritualizing it too much, yeah.
You know what I'm
Just,
saying? But nonetheless, it's a terrible thing, for the Hindu or for the taxi driver, for the China or for the colored, whoever, bro, because of how society has conditioned us and says,
you must.
But that's how society works, bro. Society works with money.
It's conditioning.
We need money to be able to do things. And unfortunately, society is set up in that way in the bartering system that you need this to be able to.
No, that's
get
not the
that.
bartering
And we
system,
belong
though.
to the system
but
already,
money is not the bartering system. But anyway, just
It's a form of bartering, bro. You have the money, they have the thing that you want,
the
and
money,
you must swap.
the real money, like
swap.
money, the thing that we.
So here's the thing. So we're gonna have to call it a day. But yes, bro, this topic is
Closing statements. Come on.
deep, bro.
Hit us.
It's deep. You can go either way with it. But the thing is, when it comes to money, the truth is that you can buy experiences. You can buy traveling. You can buy things, bro. You can buy a degree of happiness. But the truth is, you can also be a multi-billionaire and not have a family and not have loved ones around you, or not have people. Oh, that video I watched where he said that the billionaires, the high guys like the Bezoses and those guys that really sitting on top of the hill, they sometimes have these feelings of, are people here for me or are they here for my money? And it's a lot of what sometimes celebrities go through, like, this one is clout chasing, this one just wants to chill with me because I got this level of clout or whatever the case may be. And so you start asking yourself the question, are these people here for me or are they here for my funds or are they here for my status or whatever it is that I bring to the table? So those things, they also have those insecurities about them when you really have that money. But for me, I think quickly, I know we're out of time, but I just wanna ask one question round the table quick. Quick one will be, if you won 10 million now, let's say you play the lotto and you get that 10 million. Now, first question, will you tell will you tell people about it? Yeah, I think that will be the question. Will you tell people about it? If yes, why? If no, why not? Let's go around the table quick.
But quickly though, right? Not long.
Quick, not too long.
If I want 10 million.
Like
okay, you
listen,
can go for it.
now the
may I
message
zip?
comes through on your phone like we're sitting now. Ting!
Check 10 million in the
Your
bank
account
account.
has been credited
In
with
the
10,
name of
and you
Jesus.
counting the zeros, you're like,
I receive that.
yo. And you phone them afterwards and you're like, look, yeah, I saw this. And yeah, no, it's real. It's yours. It's legit. It's not going to reverse now. It's
10
there.
million.
It's there. Will you tell people about it?
Zip, right? Keep quiet.
Why?
Because this is me, you know. I'm not defined by.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think
We're
will it affect your mental state? I
Um,
was thinking about that.
I'm gonna
one time,
remember
it will
the
definitely
freak-
affect my
okay,
mental
let's say the frequency at which I vibrate is definitely gonna be different. You know what I mean? It's just but I'm saying me, I'm gonna keep quiet, bro, because this is me, right? It comes back to the self-worth thing. You know what I mean? And if we speak about the industry, you know, like this man will tell you, bro, like, you know, if you don't have standards, bro, you know, it's a rap.
Yeah.
You know, and people
That
do
money will
strange,
provide
something
you.
strange for a piece of change, you know. But as far as the winning, I keep quiet, bro. And you know, life is just beautiful. You know, sometimes it's for my family's protection that they don't know that I have 10 bar. You know, because
But do you think people will start getting luster?
how are they gonna get last stuff?
Definitely.
Asking
Who
for
sent
money.
you?
don't
Who
know, yeah.
sent you?
If they
you
know, they
If they
Who
know,
sent you?
like let's say,
But that's what I'm saying.
Sean Davis won 10 million. You hear with your duck check there on the TV? Yeah, you happy? People are
coming.
excited.
Bro, I give it
Bruh,
all away.
Oh,
Bruh.
your phone would be buzzing, bro.
Bruh,
I
there by
know.
your house, there's a line outside there by your mother's house.
Wat soek
Sean,
julle?
Doesn't mean you
Vigilante
must give them.
gestuur.
They can come.
Ja,
I've got-
vigilante
I see
gestuur.
who ga je aan. There was
put
an
Zeus
iets van mij
outside.
daar.
But now
So
it
me
comes
not
back to
attend
that thing that we were saying. Why we
And
move
now
out.
you feel like a flesh because you're thinking, Ish, I do have a money, I'm blind.
No, I don't, bro. Like I moved out of the hood because people feel entitled in the hood. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go to the next.
because I'm
Mucho,
clean, because I don't do what you're doing. You know.
Je hebt geld voor mij.
Ja,
Je moet met
no,
je.
moet je meer 5 rand geven of 10 rand, verstaan je? That's
Take
entitlement, you know.
You're literally paying to see
That's
people.
that's
in the house.
entitlement. Yeah,
You
it's
see
crazy,
2
you
rand
know.
away. Toll
You know,
away.
so
Sharp, sharp.
I moved out of the hood because for me it's peace of mind. 1, 2, my pick it up is gonna be there even if I go somewhere and I come back late at night. My pick it up is gonna be there.
The
you
wheels
understand?
of a pick it up is
You
off.
understand, bro? So it's sometimes the hood thing is a bit debilitating. Sorry, Lee. The hood thing is a bit debilitating, bro, because like you wanna build yourself up, you make your wall, you put on your light
Security
fixtures.
st-
Yeah, your
systems.
light fixtures. You wanna make it nice, homely. You come back
Come
in,
home, your light
in the
is
morning.
off.
You wake up, it's gone, bruh. You see?
Okay,
So-
Josh, 10 million in your account. How do you tell people? Yes or no?
I won't tell people because I'll literally just buy myself a house and a car.
No, not 10 million.
There's nothing that I'm gonna buy that I can floss and people are like, oh, this nigga won. No, I already have all the
Technically
instruments.
you can.
Yeah, like there is things that you'll see that I'm living, but
Harp.
I don't have to come out. Yo, I will just want. Literally, there are people that already think that I've got 10 million.
Yeah, can I add to what you're saying?
So the belief of others in me is what gives me faith. There are people that if I drive a Ferrari, they're not gonna think, oh, Josh is driving someone's Ferrari. They will think it's mine. So if a stranger can believe that God can bless me like that, I can believe that
that's
God
true,
can bless me like that. But it doesn't mean I must floss when I do have the ability to do so. Right now, I help my family just like I did all the time.
What if you're flossing and you don't know you're flossing? Like right now you have a gold chain on and to you it's not flossing, but to someone that's flossing.
You know why it would be flossing? Because they've never seen me with this. But if I've always worn my jewelry, they'd say, oh, Josh always wears that. But the crazy thing is this stuff is almost 15, 20 years old. I only started wearing it after I almost died this year. I realized I have
But
a
they
box
don't
full of-
know.
no, listen, yeah, it's not flossing. But what I'm saying is, here am I had a jewelry box since I was a kid. But I opened it up this year and realized, yo, I lived most of my adult years and I
got
didn't
bling.
wear my jewelry.
Because you were scared too,
So it's
you know,
not
but
it's not that
okay.
I now won the lotto that I'm flossing, but I'm gonna wear what I have, and if your sneaker that you are used to someone is like, yo, that's for them.
flossing.
For them, it's flossing.
Yeah.
You are literally putting on clothes and going out. So regardless of what I will look like, I
perspective.
won't tell people I just want 10 million. I'll live. I'll keep helping the
Perspective
people I
is the
help.
thing.
I'll keep helping my family. Make sure I have a car. You know, that's it.
Basics, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basics.
like nothing.
Jay,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
you a
would.
rapper. I know you're gonna tell everybody.
tell
Nah,
people?
man,
Music
nah,
videos,
bro.
girls.
Nah.
Savannah's best.
No ways, bro. Nah, broski.
Humbly.
I'm on a crazy journey that God's taking me through, bro. I'm from the trenches.
Yes,
We
sir.
can speak on these mics,
Come
bro,
on.
but we don't got time, bro. But for me, I would tell my parents. I would.
Yeah, I would tell my parents.
Obviously.
Yes, I would
You're
tell
not-
my
you're
No,
parents.
don't say obvious. You'll add.
No, listen, sorry. I didn't mention that.
Don't say obvious.
Don't say obvious.
Don't say obvious. You'll add time to speak on the mic.
No, we
Oh,
talking
okay,
about flossing. We
okay.
were talking about flossing.
You'll
But
add
I
time
would
to
tell my
speak on the
parents.
mic.
I would tell my parents.
Okay, rap life.
You don't. Obvious.
He's starting
Okay.
Of course, I tell my folks when we'd sit down and figure it out.
And if
bro.
Pop says, nah, you're too young, you don't know how to work out money.
Let me be your
I got
let me your
big
manager.
respect for my folks, bro. If Pops has
So
to
you
say,
give him the 10.
if Pops has to say certain things, I would.
But 10
The
million
thing
will
is,
make
when
you
you have
grow some
10
hair in your
million,
chest.
you're not going to be telling your parents and tell them, oh, no, I don't. Listen, the moment I tell my parents, I'll tell them like this, with a bag. I'll give my mother $1 million in a bag. I'll give my dad $1 million in a bag.
But that is the thing.
But
bro.
that's
Not-
I will
dangerous.
literally
No,
come
Ah,
to them.
Josh,
and
in today's- we can't DJ Khaled
listen.
in
I'm
today's
not trying to create anything. I'm saying if I have to let them know, I'd let them know like that. I want to shock them because the thing is, they will not expect it. I want to see, what's going to make me happy is to see the expression on their face. Because remember, if the SMS comes in now, no one knows
What's
that I
gonna
played
make me-
lotto, I might win money. So I come home, maybe I say, Joe, take me to the bank quickly. We go pick up the money. No one's going to think we've got 2 million in the car. Go to my dad's house, Joe, take out the camera. Surprise my dad on camera, surprise my mom on camera. I'm happy. Whatever they do, cool. I got 8 million left.
But you just answered now the very first question.
I will tell my parents.
Can money buy happiness?
Yeah, they're gonna rob you, folks.
Yeah.
But
Listen,
I think
that
Jay-
would just
Jay
be
is saying
that would just be a
something here.
flossing statement.
Here's the
But
flip side.
I would deposit $1 million into their
You
account.
answering on
Here's
your
the- here's the
perspective, you
flip
answering
side.
the first very question.
Yeah.
The
money-
question.
the
So money
question.
can buy you happiness.
Money
No, I'm
can
saying,
buy
making
you. You
my
spoke
parents proud
about
and being able
cameras
to
and so
provide
forth
for
on,
them.
and you
And
will see the
seeing their
happiness.
faces.
Yeah,
being
seeing their
happy.
faces. Yeah, that would make me.
So
happy.
money bought you happiness.
No.
Nah.
I can't
Think
say that.
about
You can
it.
buy happiness.
Listen,
Bought
I'm
you
happy,
happiness.
joy,
I'm
but
happy
you
if I
can buy
I'm happy if I can provide, but I don't buy provision
But if you
with my
technically,
But
you do
if
buy
you-
money. I
provision.
provide with
Yeah.
the money I have. So I can't say I bought happiness when I made my parents happy. No, if I buy my mother chocolate now, it's happy, but I didn't buy. You know
you
what I mean?
bought
It's like I didn't
happiness.
buy happiness.
But it's cool, guys. Yo,
bought a
if money
chocolate.
bought if it
that
can-
made her happy.
But I
Okay,
didn't
Joe.
buy myself.
Did you answer already?
No, he didn't finish.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
sorry,
would,
Joe,
yeah,
you were
my-
still answering.
So I would tell my folks, but I don't think I'd necessarily, do what you
Bag 'em up.
Yeah, yo, here's a milli. I'd sit down
You're
together.
faithful.
I'd sit
You're
down
smart.
together as a family, and the book has to talk.
Yeah.
The book has to talk. Yo, where are we as a family? What's popping? What should we get
What
rid
can
of
we
and so
cover,
forth
yeah.
on? And how can we obviously accumulate more from what we have? That's my
Boom.
Facts.
That's power.
Joe, what do you say, bro?
Yeah, for
and
me.
tithe.
Yeah. So for me,
Yeah,
You
mom.
got to tithe.
I think I'll tell my family. But I just won't tell them the whole truth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
We
I'll
want
tell
a
them like
million.
2 million.
Yeah,
We want a
you know,
million.
I'll
I
tell
want a
them.
milli.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
a million.
So I'll tell
If
them
you
that
see me floss,
I tell them, like your example as well is a good example. I'll tell them that I got money, but then I'll have like a meeting, similar to what you're doing. So what you gonna do? I'm gonna have a meeting with each family
Glad you're
member.
speaking in faith like that, bro.
Yes, bruh.
Similar to what you're going to do.
Yes, bro. Yeah, what we all gonna do? That money's
all
coming,
gonna do
guys.
is
Come on.
So
Let me just
anyway,
check my- let me check my
yo.
phone.
Oh, I got just vibrated. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I'll have a meeting. Yeah, I'll call a meeting, but not everyone at once. I'll go have a meeting one by one to by every family member, and I'll know. For example, if you my family member, I'll know that I can't give you a 3 million because that 3 million is gonna damage you. Eventually it's gonna hurt you. So I know that this family member, I'm gonna give him a 800,000, or maybe I'll buy this family member a house.
Face with it 800.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Like, you
The
can
value
measure.
of
You're not
every-
judging, but you're measuring. Like, you know that this family member with $1 million, they're gonna hurt themselves. So rather, I'll buy them a house and a car
was just
so
about
they
to
can
say,
be
yeah.
stable.
Their basic needs are
Yes,
sorted,
yes. This family member has a house and a car, so I'll rather buy them just a nice
Or
gift.
pay the car off.
Yeah, pay, yes,
Yeah,
you know.
finish the payment.
So I'll do like things in my family that
Sets them up for wealth,
success,
actually.
for wealth, yeah.
because
And
now they
each
can
one
build.
will be different. This one will get more, this one will get less, this one will get less, this one will get more. So I'll measure it out like that. So I would tell my people, but I just wouldn't tell them
that you
The
will
whole
attain?
Why not?
I think why not is coming to, I don't know who said it, but coming to the why not is that some people will see me more as they won't seek
Cash
my
cow.
face.
Yeah.
Yes, they'll
Cash
seek my
cow.
hand.
Cash
Yeah.
cow.
They won't want to be with Joe because Joe talks a lot, or Joe is loud, or Joe is fun. They'll be with Joe because they know that Joe is gonna take out money later
Anytime
on.
now he's gonna buy food for everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna
They're
take
gonna
out.
say, let's go to McDonald's. They order most expensive meal, stand at a back.
You see,
Because they know this man's gonna pay.
yeah, you see, so I'll have like discernment when it comes to that. But the original question, can money buy happiness? I'm gonna have to say that money can't buy happiness. The reason why I say so, yeah, I know it's a little shocking. The reason why I say so is that I realize that if you dip yourself in this culture, in this modern day culture of capitalism, money would be a big definer for you. But if you a person that has morals that go beyond finance, you know, like I value your happiness, I value friendship, I value family being together, and money doesn't dent us. Money doesn't make now there's no money, now we're not happy. Now,
shake the
yeah,
foundation.
money doesn't shake the foundation. Then that's a real love, that's real joy, and that's real family. I feel
Security.
that's real security. That's a beautiful word. And going in life with that kind of security, I feel like that's when you're the most powerful, and that's where more money will come to you. Not that you want the money, not that you need the money, because we do need it and we do want it, but I feel like that's when your money would come, because you don't see it as I have to have this capitalist thing. You just see it as a tool. The moment money comes, I know I'm going to do this with it. So I don't get my happiness from it being in the bank. I get my happiness by blessing someone.
things
else.
that I do,
you
the
have
things
joy,
you do
just
with
have happy
it.
moments, but you have consistent joy.
Consistent joy.
yes.
Alright, so
That's
we're gonna have to call it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Based on
state
what
of
money
being,
provides, you have
happiness.
happy moments
The state
in
of
your state
being.
of joy.
Yeah, it's like what you were saying, that example, sorry. So it was like example that you were making about you just dropping the bag by your moms and your dads, you know? The money didn't buy the happiness. Because I was thinking now, wait a minute, did he just say that the money bought his happiness because you came there with money for your money? But I realized it's like the chocolate. You buy the chocolate and the money didn't buy you happiness. You bought the chocolate so the chocolate can give you a nice taste, but now you're happy.
And it's also
You
an
know?
act of love. I give my mother lots of things. It's not always money or whatever. It's an
Yeah.
act of love. So
Yes.
today I'm coming with money, but tomorrow after the million, I'm gonna come again with roses and chocolate.
And a
It's
Chelsea
not that
bun.
I gave you a million, now you buy your own chocolates and stuff. I love giving my mother stuff.
Yeah.
So, gents, that's what God
Yeah.
does with us, the way that you described it now. He doesn't just give everyone everything because he knows this one.
Yeah, you're not ready for the
Yeah,
thing.
you're
Not
gonna make
mature
it
to
with
handle
yourself.
this.
So you- Yeah, so you do that with a family member because you know this one is gonna go and now go do this and this and this and be unreasonable with this money. This one's professional, is mature, he'll understand how to manage it well.
Yeah.
So I'll give this one X amount. And I think that's what God does with us. There's certain challenges, there's certain things in our lives that we still have to experience and go through and do, because like financial literacy is a thing as well. If you just get this amount and you don't know what to do with it, you're gonna mess it up. But
now
if you
finish.
but if you have gone through certain stages, gone through certain things, I have people in my circle who in my corner who has money, who has that kind of money that can say, here's a
Put me in your
100K,
corner, man.
here's a this, here's a that.
100K. Put me in your corner, man.
I do have people in my space that has that kind of
I
money.
said, put me in
But
your
the-
space. I'm kidding.
But the challenge would be that those people, when you work maturely towards that, you also know that, hey, I don't just want to go to this. Oh, now I say, bra, just something there,
Yeah.
because it also makes you look like now you come in.
Look like you coming, seeking a hand,
like
and
you're
not
not
a
coming
face,
like
yeah.
this. I would want to rather go to that person and say, okay, right, here's a business opportunity. This is what I've got on the table. This is what do you think?
Yeah.
If they see value in what I'm putting on the table, then they'll say to me, okay, I got 100 for you. Go and run with it. But obviously they want to know what the return on investment will be,
Yeah.
and then that's how it would be. But I think that's what God does with us. If we have a solid plan on the table to say, Lord, I want to do X, Y, and Z with this. Can you fund my vision and my dream? I believe that's when God will say, okay, yeah, boom, 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 and sort it out. But if you just want to go buy a Lambo and a Ferrari and stay on the hill,
stand.
whatever, and stand, I don't know if there's enough reason for God to say, pa. You know, so
But
that's
it can also be,
it's my
bro.
closing.
It can also be, you know. What I
It
mean?
can be. There's people who have money that not necessarily saved or whatever
Or
the case
young
may be.
people,
Or, yeah, or young people. But gents, we went over our time, but thank you guys for watching. We got a nice
Yeah, bless.
Yeah.
viewership. Thanks, gents.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much for the show. It was our second show
problem.
in a row. Josh was feeling a little bit off his game last week, so we excused him. But that's fine. This week he made it. He's pulled through.
We'll be back.
So, so Jens, thank you so much again for coming through today.
Yes, sir.
It's always dope having a convo. The challenging thing is that when the convo is done, we spend another hour here talking. Yeah, but bro, this. I wish like that convo should be recorded.
Should podcast.
The thing is, I don't
That one
think
should be podcasted.
For some of our views, it's also a bit radical for people.
Yeah, because we'll pull out things there that you wouldn't necessarily want to say.
It's a little bit
You know when the
PG.
cameras
And
go
just
off,
not-
then things can cuss the way you
Taking a
want.
point,
Yeah, you were cussing, bro.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. See you on tomorrow's show. Love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.